We're here at Soderbeck Landing on the beautiful St. Croix River. You know, it's amazing. I have always been attracted to rivers. There is something uniquely mysterious, something almost magical, I think, about a river. There is a rhythm to a river. There is a beauty to a river. I think maybe I'm kind of drawn to rivers because rivers are kind of a metaphor for life. There is a flow to a river, and there is a flow to a life. There is a beginning and an end. There is a starting and a stopping. And in between those 2 points, the starting and the stopping, the beginning and the end, there is a journey. It is a journey that is full of adventure and wonder and challenge and risk and uncertainty. You know, when you run a river, you kind of get in the flow. And you get in the flow of that river and you don't know what's up ahead. You're never quite sure what you will encounter. Will there be smooth sailing, or will you hit the rapids? What's really up ahead? What's around the bend? What's further down the river? You do not get to know ahead of time. You only discover that when you get there. This is true of life too, I think. You have to enter in. You have to live it out. You have to ride the river. We talked about discipline in our last session, and we looked at Daniel because Daniel went deep with discipline. We said that discipline is doing what you ought to do so that you can do what you want to do. Discipline is a trail that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. And you will never get there without discipline. But you know, there's another quality that I think discipline must be strapped onto, and that's endurance. Endurance is crashing through the quitting points. Endurance is stampeding through the stopping spots. It's whacking down the walls. And endurance, I think, is a quality that we desperately need in our culture, because it seems to me that our culture is kind of geared up for quitting. You know, people would rather bail than blast through. People would rather leave than last. People would rather toss in the towel than stay in the game. And then the Bible comes along and tells us that as God's people, we are to crash through the quitting points. That we are to be marked by endurance as we ride the river, as we live the life. Today we're going to take a look at a guy who was all about endurance. This is a guy that everyone, I think, has heard about. A guy who got in the flow. I'm talking about Noah. You know, Noah and the ark. Noah, the guy who built the boat. And so let's get in the flow and let's ride the river. And let's learn about this character trait called endurance. Let's go.